which I forgot to tell you this today, is like there is a way of the concept, like soul, sem, and yi. Mm, this soul in Pardo and Bön Dzogchen teaching is very different from the soul which you believe in Christianity or other religion. Okay, so in Christianity, when someone dies, and then there is a soul, but the dictionary use that soul word. Tibetan dictionary use that soul word with the Tibetan term called la, palabdallah. La is a concept that is something like a charm while you live. When you die, that la concept transform. It has a different meaning. It is it has to be it shouldn't use la. So, however, uh, to signify that la, uh, there's a soul ritual practice where you use this syllable. But when you passed away, when you die, and they reverse the syllable, okay? And you have to know when to reverse and when to make. And you shouldn't use the unreversed syllable in the for the deceased people, and you shouldn't use a reverse syllable with the living person. So this is has something to do. Now when I say la, it has something to do with a mm, uh, karmic traces that is in the Kuishi base, that is la, and la, and then through this the activation, this active the karmic traces activation happens, and it connects the sem is the cognition, not the main same mind, but same. And in this same there is a thought which is called yi, sem, la. There are three. Because of this, when you have a datar, how you call this datar in English? With arrow and this five colors silk. This you use in the soul ritual, ritual, and you use in the marriage, and like this in Tibetan it's called datar, but I don't know what is English translation. And this datar has the arrow is made from bamboo, and that bamboo has a three joints. It should have three joints, and it should have three joints. This each joints signifies this la yi sem. Okay, and then when people die, and this la change into a different concept, and sometimes in the astrology they're called she. She means like kind of energy from a dead person. Hmm? And in a death astrology or calculation, they often says his or her, the deceased, she is directing towards those people whose age sign is a dog, um, tiger, whatever. So these people shouldn't attend the funeral of his or her. So these calculations are shown. So
So Rinpoche Dadar, we call it, used to call it as Dadar with the Tibetan term, but it is like arrow.
yeah, da is arrow, and tar is that silk
Yeah,
or
exactly.
scarf.
Yeah.
Yeah, dadar, yeah, dadar. So you see, uh, uh, the the arrow, which has the three joints, it somehow symbolizes your power of your mind. And then there's the five colors. It has something to do with the five wisdom, five lights, and then more important, five elements. So that's what we are, the power of us. Okay, so balancing them, so it attract the prosperous, life force. Uh, 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 so that is why dadar is used on ritual like saving your life, prolonging your life, and gathering the prosperous. So that is why. Mhm.
Okay. Monsan.
Yes,
We
Monson 12.
can.
Ja, namaste, Rinpoche.
Oh, namaste. See you
My
again.
my question is again about if you're an organ donor, and you said if you were an organ donor and it was your wish that that would be good.
Yeah.
But that is kind of the first death. So
Yeah.
what do you need people to help you with for the second and the third death, or does that act in a different way when your organs is gone?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
How do you go about that?
It's still. uh, yeah, that is like organ donor who decided by themselves is more like those masters who decided their corpse should be feed it to the birds or like this. So you have decision, and you are aware even in a scientifically way it is taken a little bit earlier. You struggle it, but you know it. You have this kind of dedication. So that's okay. But you are not aware or you didn't decide this and somebody is taking out and donating, so it's a 50-50. Some like it's going to someone to it's a benefit, but at the same time somebody is not happy, somebody is suffering, and somebody is disappointed. So that's a 50-50. But beside this 50-50, the benefit is more there.
Yeah, but if I decide that I want to give my organs if I die, and then I die, and then my organs are good, so they take my organs and give to people that need them, and that's kind of my physical death.
Yes.
But how about my subtle death and my secret death? When I'm lying there and my organs are gone, how do I go about that? Or do they happen while
Yeah.
the organs are being taken?
It depends. Yeah, it depends on what organs. Okay, if it is a heart, I don't know. Still, heart transplantation is successful. Still,
Yeah.
you can. it
Yeah,
can
Yeah,
it is possible.
it's
it's possible.
possible. Yeah.
So in that case, it is a question, but otherwise, other other organs still okay, because uh, for the inner death and cigarette death, it doesn't much matter, doesn't much matter. The heart matters. Mm.
So do you have to still be as a corpse, not being burned or anything, for 2 more days to go
Yeah,
past
yeah,
it
yeah,
to?
yeah, 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 yes, yes, yes.
So you have to be laid in a cask
Yeah,
somewhere
it's
and
better.
oh, okay. So you
Yeah,
still have to have the 3 days.
but
Yeah.
yeah, and yeah, yeah, and you know, uh, when we know, we are aware of all this tradition, we gave an opportunity to many uh, dying people uh, to preserve their body for 3 days, and the most important is that they may come back. If not, they won't suffering the burning or burial while they can feel this. That is another case. Mm, but majority of the funeral is performed just after the outer death in this world.
Yeah.
But Yeah, but I've seen a worse case. I've seen a worse case. I, I, I won't say where and what, but I've seen a grandmother of the family is almost on the process of dying, and they don't want to keep her into the home, and they let her to die outside. And since she is not dying fast, they are putting their her uh, feet in the cold water. I have witnessed this. So this is the killing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so such things are happening. But they don't know if this became a tradition, and then their grandchild will do same to them.
Mm.
Yeah, they don't know this.
No.
Yeah, so so this is very important. Mm. So just Google on the Google there in Africa what happened this as I mentioned, this pregnant woman who died and buried, and then in the burial she gave birth,
Mm.
and the
Mm. It's just like in
this
this world here. if you give an organ is on a hospital, and then your body must be transferred to be in a place for 2 more days so that you can go through the bottle without getting stuck there.
Yeah.
So it's just, it doesn't complicating the
Yeah. It's
bottle transfer.
Yeah. It's complicated, but yeah, it's hard.
So it is more difficult when you give organs than if you don't.
I think when you had decided, and then it's okay because you know what will happen. But
Yeah.
at the same time, you have to give up that you can come back from death. There's
Yeah.
enough for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually, these are the big decision, big. Sacrifice and very I'm pro like this. I'm very much like this organ donors, and it's not easy way because these days little bit easier, but old time their funeral in many
Mm.
tradition they require fully body. If something is missing, and then they see like as a auspicious or like this.
Mm.
Yeah. So, but yeah, mm, if
Right.
yeah,
What?
if I'm in a dolpo, I would say yeah, chopped my body and offer to the vulture.
Yeah.
And
That's better up that way.
yeah,
Yeah.
and who knows if I'm still in the dolpo, and I might be one of the that performer who performs this offering. That's
Yeah.
my that's my family lineage.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we keep 3 days.
Okay, for 3 days still. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just
Uh,
a side question. You said there was a mantra for purification. Where can you find that? A mantra for purification?
Oh yeah, that three heart mantras, one of them.
And let them. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Ramati.
Yeah. Yes, and the next. Yes, you have to unmute.
Obrigada, Rinpoche. Você explicou de uma forma muito clara os bardos, mas eu ainda fiquei com uma dúvida no bardo do Sambhogakaya. Qual é o momento que a gente atinge a iluminação? Como que isso acontece? É quando a gente reconhece que as luzes são manifestações da nossa própria mente? Eu queria que ele falasse um pouquinho mais sobre isso, se ele puder. Obrigada.
Mhm. Yeah, there is a possible of enlightenment, but it is a very rare. But the most important is that when all this concept of pure land, born in a how to say, you have this concept of being born in the Shambhala. What else is there? Olmo Lungring, the land of Amitabha. What else you use? This and such concept can such things happen can happen like this because uh, in this moment the clarity happens when the clarity happens, and it also helps you to, as I said before, that uh, you realize that mind. And when you realize that you are just a mind, and then you started to see that uh, the visionary body which you had, or imaginary body which you had was your illusion. And in that case, and that thought illusionary body become more like celestial body. So it's more like transforming into a light. uh, Pure, that form. And in other way, this will lead you to a further journey to get a new and better life.